What's going on, dudes and dudettes? Welcome to another edition of the Crab Zone. So, I haven't posted a video in a couple days because price action has just been doing what it was doing a couple of days ago, and here we are, still. You'll remember the other day, we had marked 1 cent as the psychological barrier slightly above one of the fib retracements here, right? And we had also, on the zoomed out chart that was not set to the daily, we were looking at, I want to say the hourly, a while ago. We established, or we marked what we thought was an established resistance line here around 0.008448, somewhere in that neighborhood. Sorry, my dog wants me to throw her ball for her. Give me a moment here. So we marked this established support line. We were flirting with the 1 cent line, but we said we may see a retracement back to this fib level, which we were seeing at the time, and it's quite possible we'll see a retracement back to this level here. Well, as you can see here, we're still hanging out with this support level. Now, if I start zooming out the x-axis, I'm on the minute candles right now, you'll start to see a trend that is virtually unbroken over the past 2 days, almost 2 days or so. We were up here and we were testing the 1 cent range, and then we started developing support here at the fib. And then since then we have been occasionally wicking down below the fib level, or the support level we had here. We would wick down below and immediately bounce back up, wick down, hang out there a little bit, bounce back up, and continue on and on, oscillating between this support level and the fib resistance here. And I'll keep zooming out as far as TradingView will let me go. Yeah, there. Notice how that was also a resistance level previously. So that puts us still in our crab zone here on this minute chart. Now, I want to jump over to the hourly. I haven't looked at this in a little bit, so let's go ahead and look at this together. I believe this is where we were drawing those resistance and support lines, yes. And as you can see, even on the hourly, we're getting those wicks down there, maintaining in this channel. Now, the one thing I want to look at, though, is let's look over at the daily chart. And you start to see a little bit more of a rosy picture here. Excuse me. Notice we have those small wicks underneath that support level, but as we established, sorry, that's the XRP chart. As we established over here, on the hourly and the minutely, those wicks are instant wicks that come back up. So what we're looking at here, if you look at some of the other trends that AMP has done recently before pumps, it has been doing kind of a classic bull flag here, where it slowly pennants down during an uptrend, and then comes back up, pennants down, and then slowly parabolically rises. And this is kind of a classic bull flag here, because you can, looks like we can draw a pretty clean, one could draw a fairly clean line here. Granted, it's not perfect, but this was a pretty small amount of wicking that was going on up here, and we're just looking at the daily resolution. And we know this support line is pretty solid here. So, to me, indicates that at some point very soon, I would say very soon, we should start seeing a breakout. And hopefully, that coincides with an altcoin rise, and we see a breakout up above this fib level here, which I think if we do, we could start pushing up here towards 1.25 cents or so in the few days term, assuming we break out of this trend that we've been following. Who knows? Maybe for some reason we're just going to keep bouncing back and forth in this hell for eternity. But I wanted to provide you guys a little bit of an update, show that some of the predictions we had held, these support lines being the most important ones. This one, like I was saying in our previous video, that support collapsed pretty quickly. This, to me, is relatively bullish. I don't think we're going to the moon anytime soon, but I think we could start trading up in this fib level up here. So that's all I really have here today for you guys. It's Friday night, and I want to take advantage of my Friday night, so enjoy your weekend.